Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. The Gandhi Peace Prize for year 2021 has been conferred on Geeta Press, Gorakhpur. Established in 1923, Geeta Press is one of the world's largest publishers, having published over 41 crore books in 14 languages, including over 16 crore Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Gandhi Peace Prize is an annual award instituted by government in 1995 on the occasion of 125th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. The Ministry of Culture said the award carries an amount of rupees 1 crore and a citation with a plaque. However, Geeta Press has declined the cash award worth rupees 1 crore. Olympian Bhavani Devi on Monday created history by becoming the first Indian fencer to win a medal at the Asian Fencing Championships. Bhavani bagged a bronze medal after losing to Uzbekistan's Zainab Daybekova 14-15 in semi-final. She had defeated reigning world champion Misaki Imaru of Japan 15-10 in the quarter-final. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday announced that India has gifted the indigenously built in-service missile corvette INS Kripan to Vietnam to enhance the country's naval capabilities. Singh and his Vietnamese counterpart, General Phan Van Giang, held talks in Delhi to carry forward bilateral defense cooperation. INS Kripan is Kukri-class corvette commissioned in Navy in 1991. The total number of Airbus aircrafts on order by Indigo has reached 1,330 following their latest deal. The aircraft makers said Indigo placed an order of buying 500 A320 family aircraft with Airbus on Monday, recording the largest order in the history of commercial aviation. The airline's previous order book consisted of 830 A320 family aircraft, the Airbus stated. DRDO and Indian Navy on Sunday announced that they have successfully demonstrated transferring of command and control capabilities of Tapas UAV from distant ground station to INS Subhadra. The indigenously developed unmanned aerial vehicle was controlled by the warship, situated 148 kilometers away from Karwar Naval Base, for 40 minutes. Tapas' total flight duration was over 3 hours. In a surprising move, United States Secretary Antony Blinken, who met Chinese President Xi Jinping, said U.S. doesn't support Taiwan's independence. We remain opposed to any unilateral changes to the status quo by either side, he added. At the same time, we and many others have deep concerns about some of the provocation actions that China has taken in the recent years, Blinken said. Three men have been convicted of various charges in the United States over claims that China engineered pressure campaigns on U.S. soil to compel expatriates into returning home as part of the effort called as Operation Fox Hunt. The trio was accused of trying to scare an ex-Chinese official living in New Jersey. Of the three accused, two were Chinese citizens. Over 1.53 lakh people attended the International Yoga Day in Surat on Wednesday, making a new Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people for a yoga session in one place, officials said. The previous world record was set in 2018 in Rajasthan's Kotha when 1,984 people participated in a Yoga Day session in one place. The International Yoga Day event held at the United Nations headquarters in New York also on Wednesday created a Guinness World Record for the most nationalities in a yoga session. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in the United States on a state visit, led the event. People of 135 nationalities reportedly attended the event and performed yoga on the United Nations headquarters lawns. The center has withdrawn the draft livestock and livestock products, that is, the Importation and Exportation Bill 2023 amid criticism. Earlier, Minister of State's Animal Husbandry Sanjeev Kumar Balyan said the government's intention was to promote livestock products. The bill proposed legalizing the export of live animals for commercial purposes, and activists said transporting live animals is a form of cruelty. As per a paper published in Nature Communications, scientists have created a tiny pangolin inspired magnetic robot that can move around a human body and perform minimal invasive medical procedures. It is capable of heating up hard to reach places like intestine or delivering cargo to tissues, scientists suggested. The heat could be used for performing cancer treatment or to mitigate bleeding. China has blocked a proposal by India and the United States at United Nations to designate Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist Sajid Mir as a global terrorist. Mir, who has a $5 million bounty on him, is wanted for his involvement in 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. India and United States had proposed to freeze Mir's asset and impose travel and arms restrictions on him. Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari has said that the air-conditioned cabins will be made mandatory in all truck cabins by 2025. Our drivers operate vehicles in temperatures between 43 to 47 degrees, the minister said. Some people oppose this decision, saying that it will increase the truck's manufacturing cost, but I have already signed the file to bring this change, Gadkari further said. ISRO's commercial arm, New Space India, will install mobile satellite service terminals on at least 1 lakh fishing boats across 9 states and 4 union territories. The network will help authorities send emergency weather signal alerts and alert fishermen about international water border violations. India's navigational satellite system, Navik, that is, navigation with Indian constellation, will power this network. What is Anonymous Sudan? Anonymous Sudan is a hacker group that has been linked to the recent outrages that affected services of American company Microsoft. The group claimed to be hacktivists from Sudan. However, some cyber experts allege that it is likely to be a Russia-linked gang. Sweden company Trusec believes Anonymous Sudan works to spread pro-Kremlin propaganda and target Ukrainian allies in the West. China on Tuesday signed an agreement with the cash-strapped Pakistan to set up a 1,200 megawatt nuclear power plant at Chashma in Mianwali district of Punjab. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif termed the deal as a token of increasing economic cooperation between both countries, which have been all-weather allies, and vowed to complete the project without delay. United Nations has adopted the world's first treaty to protect the high seas and preserve marine biodiversity in international waters. The treaty will establish a legal framework to extend swathes of environmental protections to international waters. Hailing the development, United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres said the member states have pumped new life and hope to give to the oceans a fighting chance. The government has asked citizens to be cautious while opening any shortened URL sent over WhatsApp or SMS. Cyber fraudsters are using such methods to mask phishing websites and Android malware, the government-run CyberDost Twitter handle said. Screenshot shared by CyberDost showed fraudulent URLs sent via text masked as notices from State Bank of India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Joe Biden welcomed India's plans to procure MQ-9B drones from the United States-based General Atomics, a joint statement released on Thursday stated. It added that the MQ-9Bs, which will be assembled in India, will enhance India's surveillance capabilities across the domains. As per the reports, the deal includes 31 drones and is worth $3 billion. After successfully concluding his first official state visit to the United States of America, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi departed for Egypt today. This is Prime Minister's first visit to Egypt. During his 2 days visit, Prime Minister will hold talks with the President of Egypt, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Apart from his talks with President Sisi, the Prime Minister is likely to interact with the senior dignitaries from the Egyptian government, some prominent Egyptian personalities, as well as the Indian community in Egypt. Several strategic partnership documents and a memorandum of understanding are likely to be signed during the Prime Minister's visit to Egypt.
And now for the segment where we see the events that unfolded this week back in history.
18 June 1812. War of 1812 begun. On this day, United States President James Madison signed a declaration of war against Great Britain, initiating the War of 1812, which arose chiefly from United States' grievance over oppressive maritime practices during the Napoleonic Wars. 19 June 1953. Rosenberg executed for espionage. After the failure of court appeals and the worldwide campaign for the mercy, husband and wife Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were put to death by this day in 1953, becoming the first American civilians to be executed for espionage. 20 June 1567. Casket letters found. The casket letters, which directly implicated Mary, Queen of Scots, in the plot with James Hepburn, 4th Earl of Bothwell, to murder Mary's husband, Henry Stewart, Lord Darnell, were said to have been discovered this day in 1567. 21st June 1945. Japanese forces defeated on Okinawa. Japanese resistance on Okinawa was finally crushed this day in 1945, less than 3 months after United States troops landed there as the last stepping stone before the planned assault on Japan's main island in World War II. 22nd June 1611. Mutiny against Henry Hudson. On this day in 1611, English explorer Henry Hudson, who earlier had tried to discover a short route from Europe to Asia through the Arctic Ocean, was set adrift with his son and 7 others in Hudson Bay by mutineers. 23rd June 1314. Battle of Bannockburn. On this day in 1314 began the Battle of Bannockburn, a decisive engagement in Scottish history, whereby the Scots defeated the English, regained their independence, and established Robert the Bruce as Robert I. 24 June 1812. Russia invaded by Napoleon and his Grand Army. On this day in 1812, French Emperor Napoleon, who had massed his troops in Poland in the spring to intimidate Russian Tsar Alexander I and the 6 lakh troops of his Grand Army, launched an ill-fated invasion of Russia.
Well, that's all friends for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.